Hey guys, Chris from Tuition here, and in this video, I'm going to show you the solution for question 5 from the May 2018 PoA Paper 2. If you want to see the other solutions for this same paper, I'm going to put a card up there and a link in the description below to that playlist. And with that said, let's get into the question. Alright, so ladies and gents, as you can see from the right hand side of the screen, we have a manufacturing account to do for the year ended 31st December 2017. So if you need a refresher on how to do manufacturing accounts, I'm going to put a card up there and a link in the description below. So be sure to check that out before you come and check this one out. Okay? So let's take a read. So KC Garments makes uniforms and provided the following information for the year ended 31st December 2017. So we have this information here: factory wages, factory salaries, rent and rates, electricity, insurance, machinery at cost, right? Purchases of raw materials, returns out and carriage in on raw materials. All right. Additional information. So we have inventories at 1st Jan 2017, so that's the start of the year, and 31st December 2017, as it's the end of the year. So raw materials and work in progress. All right. Now we have some interesting additional information. 60% of the factory wages are direct and the remainder is indirect. So it means that 60% of the factory wages will go in prime cost as direct labor and the remainder is indirect. Now, if you're wondering about factory salaries, salaries are almost always indirect or under overheads, unless otherwise specifically stated that they are direct. 75% of the factory rent and rates are to be allocated to the factory and the rest to the office. So it means that 75% of the rent and rates goes to the manufacturing account and the remainder go to the income statement for admin. Insurance is to be divided 3-to-1 between the factory and the rest of the business. So that's again requires a split between manufacturing and non-manufacturing. And depreciation is to be charged on machinery 20% per annum straight line. So we have to do this manufacturing account. I think it's about 17 marks for it. So again, we start off with the prime cost plus overheads and adjust for work in process. This is not a financial statement, so there are variations to the format. So if your teacher has you doing a slightly different format, that's fine. By the end, we should tie back to the same figures. And the majority of our statements should match up as well. So I start again with my prime cost and specifically with the materials. So the materials section looks kind of like a cost of goods sold section from your income statement, right? So cost of materials consumed. So we're going to start with the opening stock of raw materials of 37,000. Right? And then we're going to deal with purchases. But purchases has two adjustments. Carriage in, which has to be added because that's delivery cost. You have to pay to acquire your raw materials. And then returns out, which has to be deducted because you send back some raw materials, so you no longer have to pay for those things. Now, it doesn't matter the order in which you put them. Once you add the carriage and you subtract the returns, that's fine. You also don't even need to have them separate in the left column. You could put them in the middle column or whatever the case is. And you're going to have net purchases of 112,300. Okay, so that's going to be added to the opening stock. It's going to give us the cost of materials available. From that, we subtract the closing raw materials. Right? Like I said, just like a cost of goods sold section. So that's going to give us the cost of materials consumed 119,700. Now, to that we add labor, direct labor. So we were told that factory wages, 60% of factory wages are direct. All right, so 60% is 30,240, which gives us a total prime cost of 149,940. Now, sometimes there are other direct costs, which they should specifically say. It could be stuff like royalties, franchise fees, copyright payments, patent fees, that kind of stuff. So look out for those things. Now we have the overheads. So the overheads are the factory costs that are not directly involved in the physical creation of goods and of the goods. So we could start probably with the factory wages, the other 40%, right? So 60% went to prime costs and 40% will go here. So indirect wages, then factory salaries will definitely be next. Now the rent and rates, did we have an adjustment for that? Yes, I think we did. 75 of the rent and rates are to be allocated to factory, the rest to office. So the office expenses go in the income statement. But here's manufacturing, so 75% of that figure will give us 26,700, sorry. Right? Electricity, they didn't give us a split for that, so I'm putting the whole thing. Insurance, right? So it's 3-to-1. So what do we do with the 3 and 1? We add it together. 3 and 1 is 4, and we put each number over the 4. So the factory is it's 3 pieces, that's 3/4, right? So insurance, 3/4 of insurance. That's going to give us that figure 950. I have a line there by accident, so disregard this little line here. And then depreciation, right? So machinery is a factory item, so the depreciation on the machinery will be entirely in the factory, right? So that's going to be 60,000, and we add up all of those to get total overheads, and we add that to the prime cost to get production costs incurred. Now you're adjusting for work in progress. You add your opening work in progress and you minus your closing work in progress, right? I think it's almost always we add opening stock and minus closing stock. So our cost of goods manufactured is $548,050, right? And then from there now, so as the format, that's 17 marks, right? So it says here, KC Garments produced 40,000 uniforms for the year. What is the production cost per unit? That's a math question. If you made 40,000 uniforms for the year and your total cost of production, right, cost of goods manufactured is 54,850, right? The calculation of cost per unit is simply the total cost divided by total number of goods finished, and you're good to go, right? $14, it's like 13.9 something, but I left it as 14, all right? Anyhow, ladies and gents, that's about it for this question. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out extra playlists, subscribe, check the website for handouts. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.